Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of RDY SET podcast. My name is John.
My name's Angus.
And we've got Kathy and Darius joining us again today. Yay!
Woo-hoo. Yay!
Why don't we have a little bit of introduction?
Yes.
We'll start with Darius.
Let's start with Kathy. Kathy has a lot to say.
I really don't have that much.
Ladies first.
Okay, that should be Darius.
That should be. How did you guys meet?
Oh, that's
She slid in my DM.
No, never. Never. We met through friends. Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Just mutual.
Yeah.
The best.
It was like a, what was it, game night, right? At ours.
Yeah, I think I remember that night very clearly.
Yeah.
We were there in the AMs and Darius was
AMs.
Darius was hugging the toilet. Was that the same night?
What was that? No,
That's not the same.
different
No,
night.
that's a different.
Sorry.
I don't know what he's talking about. I never hugged toilets.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, Darius.
No, maybe you were there to witness like our first encounter.
No, I don't
I
think
don't
so.
think so.
actually.
Oh.
No, this one was a different group of people that were there. But yeah, it was just game night, so that's how I met him.
We were essentially in the same group chat for a long time, but we never crossed paths. We'd always
Never
like,
answered in that group chat for some reason.
because I was busy with a different group. A group with other people that maybe Angus may know.
Yes. Interesting group.
Yeah, that's fair. But you guys are both kind of foodies as well, right?
He's a foodie.
Oh yeah, Darius is the bigger foodie.
That's
I don't like the word foodie.
Oh,
So
interesting.
cringe.
What would you
What do you like then? What would the
if you had?
Content creator.
That's so basic, bro.
Would you say he's a content creator or an influencer?
I have to say your reels are kind of funny though. I've seen a few.
Yo,
like
your reels
that.
are good.
They're actually pretty,
Yeah.
very crisp audio as well.
Thank you.
How do you get your inspiration?
So I follow, Ludwig, the streamer.
Oh yes, I've heard of him. I've never watched his stuff though, but
He's got some pretty inspirational stuff because he's been streaming and doing YouTube for a long time. And one of his biggest tips on how to create content is just the good old yoink and twist. You just yoink an idea and you just twist it into your own fashion. So it's pretty much what I do.
oh, very interesting.
So one example would be there's a lot of people in LA who are making content around Seaside Bakery. I don't know if anyone knows what Seaside is, but
I don't.
No, I have no idea.
apparently it's like the popular spot
Like
for
a hot spot for like APG.
ABGs, ABBs to go to. It's like late night. It's like our Brecca.
Okay.
But there's lineups out the door
Okay.
for this. So imagine Brecca, but in LA. And what people do is they make interviews there. They do all these random stuff. They start yelling out like, oi, 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 baka, like in front of the Seaside. And so I thought about like, oh, Seaside is pretty much our Big Way Hot Pot. So why don't I do like content around Big Way Hot Pot? So that's my yoink and twist there.
Oh wow,
Clever.
that is very clever.
Yeah.
Yes, props to that.
Yeah. Big Way is like everywhere.
Yeah, honestly, they opened another location in Richmond. I didn't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's across the Price Smart Plaza.
Yeah. For people who don't know what Big Way Hot Pot is, it's on the name, so it's off. It's basically a hot pot. You just weigh your stuff and then you get like. I honestly think it's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, honestly, and you get to choose what you want. I usually just stack up on the beef,
Yeah.
some veggies, and that's
Oh,
it.
dude, I hit like $60 one time without no.
$60
Yeah.
of beef?
Yeah, the first time I went. So I'm really bad with weighing, like any food places where you get to weigh your food. I'm so bad. So I was like, okay, like definitely don't get tofu, but I love tofu. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a couple tofu. Oh, more stuff, and I get a couple more tofu. I'm like, oh, I want veggies. Get some veggies. At the end, it was like $63. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh, your pot must have been huge.
Yeah, it was so big. I'm like, oh man, I'm never doing this again. But next time it was $20. So
He learned.
I learned. My wallet learned.
Good job.
Yeah, how about you, Kathy? Would you call yourself a content creator?
I feel like I'm on and off. I think because like part of me is like introverted, so like I'll post and then I'm like I kind of like retract. It's not consistent. It's not consistent.
I see.
The reels are crazy though. The
Thank you
edits.
so much.
Yeah.
It's so like ADHD.
It's all. Hey, it works.
Yeah.
And where did you get your inspiration from again? Like, how did you start doing this more so often?
So like I started off, well, like Instagram a long time ago. I did like photography stuff for a bit, and then that's how I met Panda Delight. So like stuff like that, and then eventually like during COVID, I was on TikTok a lot, so I was streaming on there, and then I stopped for a bit, and then I met Darius, and I started doing more foodie stuff because we started eating out so much.
Hanging out so much.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I see that. Social media is like a weird thing. I find it's like I personally don't use social media anymore because I find it's like a little.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. It's like I find it like kind of messes with my mind a little bit. And whenever I'm bored, I usually just pull my phone and start scrolling Instagram, and I really hated that.
What are you looking on Instagram?
Just scrolling, man.
So it's just like the mindless scrolling. You don't like.
Yeah. I guess nowadays the kids call it brain rot.
Yeah. Well, like since you guys are content creators, do you find it's really tiring to be like posting so much? Because you have to think of ideas, kind of like what you're doing, the twist and pull. Is it twist and pull? Is this just a turn? I
I forgot what you said. The
yoink
yoink.
Yoink and turn. There you go.
And twist.
Yoink and twist.
I think twist and pull is something we learn like, or something girls learn early.
It sounds like the bop it, you know?
Oh, dude, that thing is fun.
Yeah, right.
Anyways, sorry, sidetracked. Do you guys find it's quite tiring when you're pushing all these content? Like you constantly have to think of ideas, right?
I think for me, it's more tiring, like the social aspect of it.
Oh,
Like going out and stuff like that. And then like, yeah, it's additional work to film, put it together, think of a voiceover. That was like really hard in the beginning. Like Darius was like pushing me to do voiceovers. I was like, I don't know what to say. And listening to yourself, you're like, ew, that's gross. Who wants to listen? I don't want to listen to myself.
I sound like that?
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
I'm disgusting. Yeah.
But no one's gonna like their own voice when they hear it.
Yeah.
I've
That
never
is
heard
very true.
anyone say like, "Oh yeah, I love the way I sound."
I think you just kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, used to it after.
Kind of numb it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you hear it enough, you're just like, oh yeah, that's what I sound like.
Yeah, over time, it's just a work in progress. Like I don't think I get too tired because I know I just have to do it, and because I have goals to get bigger or be more famous.
Yeah.
So for me, that's my motivation that keeps me going.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we should.
We're different. He wants to be more famous.
Because having a vision is important.
Yeah.
Vision and goals.
Yeah.
Both of those together.
Yeah. Would you say you're more of an extrovert then?
I'm definitely extrovert.
You guys know your Brig Myers personality test.
Brig my, you mean
I do
Myers?
not.
Wait. What
That's
was
like
that?
the INTJ.
Oh,
stuff.
that
Yeah.
thing. I'm a INFJ.
Oh.
Yeah.
I did it multiple times. I forgot what I am.
Yeah. Wait. What are you guys?
You're pretty introverted.
Yeah, dude. I'm so introverted.
Really?
Like I'm like.
I'm an I as well. I don't know that.
Really?
Yeah, like I get really tired after socializing with people. Like when I hang out with people I know, I'm like really outgoing and I
Yeah.
really enjoy spending time with people. But at the end of the day, I'll be like, oh man, I'm so tired. Like I don't want to see people right now.
Oh, that's me. That's
Yeah.
definitely me. Like I.
Low social battery.
Yeah, my social battery kind of gets drained. Like I can fake it, but then after I just gonna like sit in a corner and I'm just gonna like zone out.
Yeah.
I just need to recharge. Like maybe I'll spend like a day just like staying indoors and it just kind of mellow out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I kind of get ready. Yeah, it's hard for me.
Yeah, I had to kind of like give myself like a mental preparation before seeing like big groups of people.
Yeah, That's me. That's me.
You mentioned that last time. Too.
Yeah. I have to kind of like hype myself up. Be like, come on, let's go. And then I go on the crowd and I'm like, yeah. And then after I come out, I'm like, oh my god.
I'm not that extreme. But
Yeah.
when I used to drink, that was like one of the things that helped me socialize.
Oh, it's the
Yeah,
Used to. But
used to, not anymore.
no anymore.
Yeah, I'm an ENFP.
NFB.
He lives off the energy of being around other people, extrovert.
No, I could be pretty introverted too. I have my introverted tendencies. I like to stay home and indulge in like nerdy
Talk to
hobbies.
people online.
No,
Do people drain you though?
not really. I have a large social battery.
Well, it actually leads us to our topic of the day. Actually, Kathy actually came up with this, but we wanted to ask, how important is it for you to be like quote unquote best friends with your partner. Like, what do you think about that?
Is it crucial?
Is it crucial?
I think so. I think it's so important because you're literally spending the most time with this person who's supposed to be your person. So if you don't get along with this person, like, why would you be with them?
Exactly. That's what I always say.
I think I tend to agree with that point as well, because like I find it hard to be with someone for the rest of your life if you don't consider them your best friend, right? Like,
But do you find that if they are your best friend, do you lose that romantic intimacy?
I think you'd have to find a balance for that. It'd be really strange if you're like, yo, that's my best friend. You might as well date your guy best friend then. Like, what's the
Yeah, like you the bro hug.
bro? I love you. Like, for real though.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's strange. I feel like when I'm in a relationship, that dynamic automatically changes, whether or not we have like this best friend connection or not.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm like explaining this well, but
It's
Like-
different. It's a different.
it's a different feeling.
It's a different
right?
feeling, but they're still your best friend.
Yeah. They're like a different best friend. if
Not like you
will.
tackle and stuff like that. You could if you want, honestly, but
Like, I just want to do stuff with you all the time. That's kind of like how I feel it. And I feel like I can share anything I can with you. And I don't know, this actually just sounds like maybe that's just what a good partner is.
that is what. Like, what do you think?
So you're saying that they would become your best friend after you guys start dating? Or would it be a predecessory thing?
That's interesting. I find nowadays it's harder to meet people genuinely like that and then become partners after. I feel like a lot of times, at least for me, last couple of relationships is we became partners and then we worked to bonding.
Best friend.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But isn't that what the dating phase is? To kind of like figure things out if you're like compatible.
That's a whole complicated.
That's another like
Yeah,
topic.
kind of.
Oh,
You know, it took me a long time to understand, like,
Yeah.
seeing people is like a new thing now, and I'm like, I didn't understand that shit. Like,
Dating situation.
It's because we're old.
yeah, that's what it is. Like, man, when I was young, you hold hands, you're dating, but that shit doesn't.
Yo, pretty much. Yeah, if
This
you
is
like
like you
something,
want.
you tell them, then you just start dating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right,
but
so
now
you start
it's
being in a
like,
relationship.
oh yeah, I'm seeing this person. Like,
What does that mean?
what does that mean?
Tell me more.
Because I feel like all that, like figuring things out, you figure it out when you're in the relationship together. If you both strongly like each other, then just make it official.
Yes.
And then just see where
That's
it
what
goes.
I'm talking about.
But everyone's always in these situationships.
Yeah.
Situationships.
Is it?
yes.
Do you think it's because they can't make up their mind, or is there just too many options out there?
How I like to see it is that this is why people like Big Way Hot Pot. I'm going to go back to that.
Oh, let's go.
They like the options. They like the variety, so they get to try different things. And people want to keep those options open. Girls especially.
When you put it
How do
in
you-
the pot, there's
How do you feel about that, girls especially?
I think guys
it
too. They keep their options open. I think it's hard for people to commit because once you put a relationship status on it, it's like kind of cemented. Like, I'm gonna work on this, but like maybe they want like an exit or a leeway out if anything. And let's say like maybe they don't know this person enough, so they don't want to say like dating yet. Maybe they, I don't know. People have different definitions for dating and seeing people, and yeah, sometimes people are seeing multiple people. Like,
Yeah. I know in the beginning when you're dating, I think people tend to do that, right? You want to leave their options open. They want to figure things out before they kind of have things more concrete.
I don't know. I have a theory that this probably all started because of the dating apps. Because it's just like, you know,
Options. They
so
open it
many
up.
options.
It's because it's so easy.
yeah.
Like the options are there. Kind of like what you said, like Big Way. It's just, you just swipe, you go to the next one, next one, next one, next one.
you pick what you like.
Yeah.
The dating scene is just strange for me. It's very weird. It's hard to meet people organically, I would say.
But I much prefer it organically because I think, like, going back to the original question, I think being someone's best friend beforehand, or at least being a really good friend to someone, is necessary before you start dating. Because if you can't be regular friends with them and build that trust, then how can you go into the next stage of dating?
Yeah.
Which some people might think like, oh, you know, you don't need to be their friend. That's why dating apps, you just meet people with the intention of dating them, being in a relationship.
What happens when you're I feel like this happens to guys a lot, but like what happens if like you build so much trust that you end up being friend zoned?
I was gonna say that because like if you in the
That
beginning,
actually happened to
Yeah.
me before when I was in high school. I had a huge crush on this girl, and we were like such good friends. I remember like we had a great connection, and she just didn't want to date me. I was like, what's going on here?
did you pull the move though? Did you pull any moves?
It was like we were like holding hands and shit, to be honest with you. But
Friends?
she didn't want to date me. I remember feeling so heartbroken because she's like,
Wait,
John, you shouldn't like a person like me. I was like, what the fuck? What are you saying right now?
and then you're like, I do, and then the K-pop music comes out, it's all lights flare, and you're like, the camera angles goes on both sides.
Subway sponsorship
man.
appears.
Yeah,
Dude, I
exactly.
was heartbroken. I called my buddy that same day. We hang out at night, and I just couldn't stop crying. It was my first time crying in front of a friend.
Oh,
That was like,
was it high school?
yeah. This was high school days.
Damn.
But anyways, yeah. Back to that.
How would you get out of this friend zone?
Who says I'm in a friend zone?
I'm just asking hypothetically. I'm not saying you are.
You just riz them up.
You riz them up
riz them
in the friend zone.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that
Well,
feel weird for you if it's the other way around? You friend zone a girl and she's like rizzing you up.
oh, I don't friend zone girls.
None of them?
Wait, I mean, girls don't like initiate,
I see.
but I feel like nowadays girls should initiate. They should.
Let's change.
2024, let's go.
2024.
Time will change.
No, I think the main reason is because guys can come off as creepy if they make the first move. Or like how I see it, I don't approach people when I go clubbing because I have, I guess, notoriety. And I don't want to be known as that guy who will be like, oh, yo, that's that foodie guy who like tried hitting me up at the club. Like if it fails.
So he just stands there.
So I go there for the music. I go there for the friendship and the music. And I keep to myself.
Just dissing you.
He just stands there.
That's right.
No.
Hey, it's a wholesome man. Don't attack him.
That's my job.
This is usually how the interaction is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, but I think it's to get out of a friend zone. I think you can't be best friends in the beginning, in my opinion, anyways.
I think maybe you just gotta make your intentions clear.
Exactly.
I think that was my mistake. I just was trying too hard to be like really good friends with her without telling her, without, showing interest.
So were you doing things for her like nonstop?
I wouldn't say that, but we were just talking all the time. Back in the MSN days, I
yes.
was just talking to her all the time. Whenever I'm on, just
But you guys are holding hands too. I feel like that's
Yeah,
That's not really like a
not
friend
too.
thing.
That was like at the end stage. This was like after we were friends for several years, and then I guess I was just trying to make moves and stuff. But I guess at that point, maybe it was a little too late. Yeah, if I had maybe made my intentions clear earlier on, maybe it would have been a little different. But
I think the timing is important, like the window of opportunity.
Yes, it is. I agree.
yeah, that's fair. Can you expand a little bit on that? Like, when do you think is like a good time?
It's the best time to hop through that window, jump through.
Or even just shatter it.
Yeah.
Just jump right through
Jump
it.
in.
I think one thing I learned recently from TikTok, because TikTok teaches you pretty good things,
Yeah.
is that have you ever heard of the 3-month rule?
No.
No.
So whenever you meet a person, apparently it takes 3 months for you to truly know their character, or at least truly solidify how you feel towards that person. So let's say you meet someone, you get butterflies, you start, crushing on them, having feelings. It's better to wait 3 months to see if those feelings stay. If you still feel the same way about the person, or, by that time you have a better understanding of who they are. And I think that's true.
That's actually very interesting.
But what if you're seeing them multiple times a week? Because that would fast track the 3 months, right?
I think would fast track it for
Yeah.
sure. The quality over quantity.
Yep.
But during that time, that would be kind of the best time to figure out if you should make a move or, continue as friends.
Do you feel like waiting 3 months to make a move is too long?
Yeah, it's way too long.
Really?
No, for me, I usually do like, are we talking about we met as friends, or we
Met as friends.
meet as friends? And it's like organically, right? Like
Yes.
we're friends,
Organic.
right? Usually I would. Okay, that's a bit different. Okay, maybe 2 months, a month and a half, 2 months. I would say that. No, because the reason why 3 months is that,
I feel like that's long too.
yeah, it's too long because then they won't know your intentions. Like if you're on a dating app, you meet up, you have the intentions of being in a relationship, right? But then if you're as friends, you want to come off like a creep.
Yeah.
You're just like, hey, I like you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just gonna be like, whoa, back up. But I think, that's, yeah, it is tough.
What's your like time frame, Angus?
Like, no, like,
Drop it.
so my time frame would be, if I'm on a dating app, it would be at least like a month. I want to know.
Okay.
But if it's
Yeah.
to friends,
yeah,
if
I
it's
agree.
to friends, I think it would have to be like a month and a half or a month to 2 months. But I need to let them know, maybe if we hang out a couple times, I'll let them know, I'm like, hey, I think you're kind of cute. You know? Don't say it like that, but
Hey, but I think you're kind of cute.
This is how you do it.
holla at me. Kind of cute. Holla at me. No, I think it's you give them subtle
doesn't
hints.
work.
You give them subtle hints to at least know you're interested, because if you don't do anything, she's just gonna put you in the friend zone, in my opinion.
Right, right. Would you consider that as like kind of stating your intentions or just making your intentions clear,
Is making my intentions clear, like,
but not that clear?
well, you don't want to come off like a creep in the beginning, right?
You don't want to ruin the friendship. But
Exactly.
You might not see
Yeah.
them as a potential dating partner until
Right.
Exactly.
later on in the friendship.
Exactly. Yeah, like if I like first time meeting, I'm like, oh, vibe is so good. I'm like, oh, I want to see you. I'm like, yo, when do you want to hang out? Blah blah blah. And then a couple more hangouts. I'm like, oh, this is kind of good. I'm like, hey, you know, if that person's single, but hey, you're single, I'm single. I'm like, hey, where do you see? That's a bit
I
hard.
mean, yeah, you would
just suddenly just going downhill from there.
you'll subtly drop the hints because you
Yeah,
don't
up hints,
up
yeah.
front and make the whole friendship weird and awkward.
Yes.
What would be like male hints that you're interested in a girl?
Would like subtle like touches,
I think that's something.
if you're,
I think compliments, I suppose.
yeah, I'm pretty straightforward though.
Yeah, like what do you normally say, Angus?
Kind of cute. With the giant sigh, girl.
Like, hey girl, you're kind of cute.
Yeah.
Would that actually work?
I like you, and you flip to the side. It's like, you're kind of cute. I like you again.
That's amazing. Honestly, though, I think that, like Darius said, that might actually work on some girls.
Because I feel, I don't know. It is tough. It's friends, right? You start with friends, and you don't want to like ruin the friendship. But no matter what, I think there's always going to be a chance of ruining it.
You have to risk.
Yeah,
You have to risk it. Like, a lot of people don't want to take that risk, but then when they end up taking that risk, it's too late. Like, you'll be like a year later, 2 years later, and then your friends, like, you're too deep as a friend.
Can't
Right.
crawl
Yeah.
out.
You can't get out anymore.
Then you're in the friend zone.
Yeah, it is tough.
You go from friend zone to like family zone.
Yeah, you can't get like to a brother, and when they say, "Oh, thanks, you're like my brother," you're like, "Oh shit, that should just hurt." Yeah, we can't hang out for a couple months.
Yeah, as like you give them subtle hints that you like them, but at the
Yes.
same time too, they could be giving you subtle hints that they don't feel that way.
Yeah.
Maybe they can sense your intentions. I feel like girls can easily sense a guy's intentions if they like them, right? Unless you're too dense.
I think so. I mean, it depends. Sometimes I feel like it doesn't matter what gender you are. It just depends on the person. Some people are like, "What? They like me the whole time?" But it was so obvious. Like everyone in the group knew.
Well, some people are just very friendly, and you think they like
they're
you,
just
but
very sweet.
yeah.
they're just like that.
Yeah, it's so funny when, if it's a guy and a girl's super friendly to the guy's like, "Yo, I think she likes me." It's so common. It's like, "Yo, I think she likes me." What do you guys think? It's like, "Oh yeah, I think she likes you. Let's go."
Why does it sound like me?
It's like such a guy thing.
The
for
blind
real.
leading the blind.
Exactly. And then all the guys like, "Oh, let's go," and it never just.
Yeah, I actually saw this one reel where like a bunch of dudes were trying to compose a text message for this guy to send to a girl.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I saw this. Something like
Oh my
this.
God. So that's usually a guy's like, how would you say it? How guys try to interact with girls. I find out first, like, oh, what should I say to her? And then just everybody chimes in.
Do you have friends that do that? I have friends that do that.
I actually try to keep it a little low key with my friends because, like, I don't know why. I don't
You
know.
don't want to get them too involved with it.
Right. What if it doesn't work out? Then I'm like, just kind of wasted everyone's time there.
Oh, but that's what friends are for.
No, I suppose you're right. I suppose you're right.
Through this.
They help
I
you
guess-
overanalyze the messages.
Exactly.
Get it like, yo, this girl added 3 Ks and 3 Ys to the end of her hey. I mean,
Yeah.
she wants you.
She put a smiley face on it. She likes you.
Yeah, I guess that's why I'm single, because I don't got friends to help me sniff the stuff out.
I'm here. I got you. I got
Would the
If you
guys
ask
be
us.
better at sniffing it out than the girls? I feel like you gotta ask the girls to
That's
read the
true.
messages.
Perspective.
That's true. They gotta have different perspective. Speaking about that though, I actually was thinking, I don't know if you guys have been in a relationship in this situation, but I have, where like some people kind of describe me as like pack animal. I've got a lot of groups of friends, but actually most of my exes prior to that actually didn't have many friends. So it's actually a very strange dynamic where I would go hang out with my friends kind of frequently, whereas they're just like, they kind of get a little bit upset that I go out so much.
What?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
hate
yeah.
you on-
No, they're not hating, but it's just like you go out so much. Like I'm like,
They complain about it?
I had an ex that complained about that.
I'm assuming you've never had that situation.
Going out some no, because I stay home all most of the time. Yeah,
I think it's just that one.
yeah. I don't know. I don't really have that. Oh shoot. They complain about you going out so much?
Well, not so much complain, but like being in a relationship where one party has more friends than the other.
I think because
Oh.
like you have to be able to prioritize certain people at different times. So you might be very, very busy, or like maybe they may feel like more lonely, like you don't want to spend time with them.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I'm pretty understanding. If you got stuff to do, you got stuff to do.
What if it was like constantly?
Constant, like every day.
Like every day they're hanging out with their friends. But like they still like talk to you or like try to make time for you, but they're just so busy.
Oh, I understand.
Like in my situation, I probably was seeing her twice a week, and then I was seeing my friends like 5 times a week. So
Oh, the ratio is like that.
it was like that. Yeah,
Does she
yeah.
know your friends though?
She's met like a few.
Because I think it does change too if she does know your friends, or maybe she's friends with them as well.
That's true. That's true. And then just everybody hangs out together, right?
Yeah.
What if she's not friends with them though?
Yeah.
That's like a different story of like if you introduce your partner to your friends, or if your partner is in your friend group with your friends.
Right.
I think that would affect it.
I find that being the most ideal. I would want my partner to be part of my friend group, because then, then
Because eventually you guys are gonna,
we get to hang out more.
hang out and then merge and
Unless something happens and then
Oh,
it ruins the friend group.
then it gets awkward.
Yeah, then it gets awkward. Then one person has to leave the friend group.
Yeah. No, I do understand. I think having a partner be friends with your friends is really important. I also think that, but if they're busy, they got stuff to do and they're hanging with their friends, and then I'm okay with it.
Yeah, it was quite I didn't really know how to react to that. Like it almost made me feel like I had to stay home and not hang out with my friends.
Did you do that?
I did a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, where like maybe instead of 5 days, I'd maybe hang out with my friends 3 days.
Oh,
Like have 2 days home.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you were restricted? Like you're kind of locked up in chains kind of thing?
I felt like I had to be a little like careful. I didn't want to upset her.
Okay.
I didn't quite understand why it was like upsetting as well, but yeah, no, it was a little interesting.
Did she want more time like with you? Is that why? Or is it like she
Not
just didn't want
really.
you going out?
Actually, not even really, like, because we the way we communicate back then was just through a lot of texting, because she was really afraid of COVID.
Oh.
So we actually were very careful with mingling with other groups of friends. Maybe that was what it is. I don't know. But we were careful of mingling with other groups of friends and that sort of stuff. But
You were just having so much fun. She was jealous.
I just have a lot of friends. I don't know. But what I do feel that I have issues with, though, is when those guys stop hanging out with their friends and they only hang out with the girls. I have huge issues with that, because I've had some friends who basically used to be close friends with me, and then once they got a girl, I never saw them again.
Oh, they drop you kind of
They
thing?
dropped you.
Yeah.
You're like, dude, what
They're
the
gone.
heck?
You gotta find that balance.
I think it's really hard. Like some people just they want to focus in on their partner and have that like lifestyle. And some people will still continue to hang out with their friends or find a balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the honeymoon phase never stops for them, and then
Yeah.
they just continue the next part of their life. Like,
But shouldn't you be happy that they're so in love?
yeah,
You're like, oh man, I'm just happy that you're happy.
yeah.
But then like I can't celebrate with you, you know, like
Through text though. He's like, thanks, man.
What
You're
if
like,
he just doesn't even text anymore? What if
like
he just
this is what happened. Like they stopped
MIA.
communication, bro.
Yeah.
Like
just like gone.
yeah, I had this one friend, like we used to invite him to come out,
Yeah.
and he would often always go like, oh yeah, I'm down, and on the day of he'll be like, sorry guys, can't make it. And he did this to us 10
Okay, that's
15,
annoying.
20 times.
That is so annoying.
And eventually we just gave up, and then he never reached out to us, and that was it.
And you're not friends with him anymore.
Not friends with him anymore. Yeah.
I
Shoot.
feel like guys usually would do that if it's a girl they met through a dating app. Whereas if they were friends beforehand, they're not gonna fall into that scenario where they're gonna be ditching their friends all the time for that one girl, because they were already friends to begin with. So it's kind of normal for them to see them on a daily basis or weekly basis. They'll still have a better balance.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Just like because that's part of their routine now, I suppose, right? If they were friends first.
But I do think that the partner having friends is important. If they don't have any friends,
Oh yeah.
it doesn't show their character.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's like a pretty huge red flag, right?
It's like having hobbies. They need to have hobbies.
They need to have hobbies as well. Yeah.
I think it's okay if they don't have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
They're like understanding. Yeah, if they have hobbies too. But if it's like toxic, like I don't have anyone but you.
Yeah. She's like, I have no friends. You're like, not even one?
Yeah. I think
You are my one.
You want a friend? You're like, oh my God, I want it out. Yeah, you look at your hand, it's already cuffed up. You're like, oh, what the hell?
you're my best friend. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no. But I think it's very important to have like at least one core group of friends.
Yes.
Just because we're social animals. If you don't have that, like I think you start going crazy.
Yeah. And then you start thinking like, what do people hate about you that they don't want to hang out with you, sort of thing, right? For me, I see it that way. If I meet someone, they have, let's say like absolutely no friends. They're like, oh, I don't really hang out with friends. I'm like, why?
Like what
Do you
happened?
just not get along with people?
Who
Like,
hurt
what's-
you, bro?
Yeah. Then I start like trying to figure out why that's happening, so then I can dodge a bullet or something before I get in too deep, you know. So yeah, I think to bring it back, I think as a best friend, I think it's really important for your partner to be your best friend. I honestly, that's something I truly believe. I think if they're not your best friend, it's really hard to share a lot of things, right? And
Yes.
there's supposed to be someone you just have fun and just be yourself. If you can't even be yourself with that person, it's no point.
Yeah, I agree with Angus. And actually, we want to know what you guys think. Are you guys best friends with your partners?
Yeah, do you believe in that? Or is
do-
it best to be just,
Or you
separate,
guys-
just like a friend?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. All our information are going to be in the link tree below. We have Spotify, Google,
Spotify, yeah.
Apple Podcasts,
All that
all that jazz is there. And also the links to Kathy and Darius's information will be in our description below or bio. What do you guys call it? I don't know.
Description, yeah.
All right. Oh man, it sounds so old. Calendar, whatever.
Yeah.
You guys will see their information somewhere.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and we'll see everyone on the next one.
Peace.
Bye.
Bum, bum, bum.